Hello everyone. As we are discussing about functions and formulas, let's learn about some of the functions and how to put the formulas practically. For that, we have to open the Microsoft Office Excel. We have to click on the Start button, then All Program, Microsoft Office, then Excel. We will get the first interface of Microsoft Excel. For using the different functions, we have to input some of the data, like I am inputting for here 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Now on the exactly next column we can use formula or function here. So we have discussed various formulas. Now we will discuss some of the function, like sum. To input the first function which is there in your course is sum function. To get the sum, I have already told you when that is you can use the auto sum feature from here. What you can do, you can use the sum function to get the sum. For that you have to write down the first, you have to write equals to, then you have to write function name, that is sum, then you have to open the bracket, and then you have to give the range. Like the first range is G1, G1 to G9, and then you have to close the bracket. It is highlighted by the blue box, and then you can place the enter, and you will get the sum here, that is 49. And you can see this in formula bar. You can see in the formula bar the function which we have used, and the value you can see it here in G10. You can see the values where we have used the sum function. So this is how you can use the sum function. Now we have various different other functions. Let's discuss them also. First I have to remove this function from here. Okay. Now one of the function which we can use is average. To get the average, so we need a range, and we have the function average. We have to get the function average, and then we can have the average. And we have odd. To return the round up nearest the odd integer, then int, exponential, square root. And the one important is square root. How the square root works, you have to write sqrt for square root, and then you have to give the number, suppose 9. I have to write first equals to, then sqrt, then I have to write the number. It has given the square root of 9, that is 3. To use the function we have to use the equals to sign first. If we will not put the equal to sign, it will not give us the value. In similar way, any of the function you will use, you have to write the equal to sign first. See, by writing equal to sign, it is automatically telling us the average. Then average, then we have to give the range. Suppose here to here, and then we have to click the enter, and it will ask the give the average, that is 4.8. To get the function, first write the equals to, then the function name. It will automatically gives the suggest us which function we have to use. Then we can give the range to that function. Like we have the power option, the power function. First we have to write the equals to, then power, open the bracket. Like we can have the 2 raised to the power 2, and then enter. It has given us 4. 2 the power 2 is 4. 2 square is 4. So it has given us the 2 raised to the power 2, that is 4. So this is your power function. Now if you want the mod, that is remainder, how you will get the remainder? Like suppose you have to first write the equal to sign, then mod is for mode. mod, select it, then the number, whatever number we have, like suppose 5, then we have 8, it is returning us the, okay, I have written the 8 5 first, then 8 first we have to write the number, then the divisor. But I have to write the 8, then comma, then 5, then it will give us the 3. 5, if we divide the 8 by 5, we will have the remainder 3. And in the active cell we can see 3 is written, that is the value. In active cell we get the values, and in formula bar we get the formula, and or the function which we have used here is mode function. We don't need functions. For using the function, we don't require to write the formula again and again. They are already built in, so we don't require to write the formulas. We can directly use the function, and we can get the result by using the functions. Functions are already built in formulas. We can write the function and we can get the result. Or suppose we have max and minimum, and let's use it today. Max, first we have to write equals to, then we have to write the max. Max is for maximum. Click it and then give the range, suppose from here colon to here, enter. It has given us 9. 9 is the highest digit, maximum digit here is 9, so it is the resultant is 9. Then when we have the count function also, these are the important function which you oftenly used in your Excel sheet. For count, you have to write equals to first, then count, then the value 1, and comma value 2. As I have used the comma, so it has given us the only 2. So if we want to count each and every, then we have to use colon. If we use colon, then it will give us the range. See 14 items, you can see from here on left hand side it is written 14. That means the 14 row is being used. It has counted the number of rows. So count function is used to count the number of rows. Well, these are some important function. To get the today's date, and you have this in your book, you can use it equals to today function and enter. It has given us today's date. Whatever date is set in your system, it will give that. It will not take it from the internet. Whatever date your systems you have set it for the system, it will take that date. So by the today function you can have this. Whatever date you will set for your computer, by using the today function you can have that date in your Excel sheet. Similarly, you can use day function. Day, then you have to comma, then month, and then year. So before writing so many things, you can use it by the, it is asking for the serial number, then you have to give the serial number 1 2 3 4 5 6, whatever the serial number is for this month. So you can use, in spite of using all this, you can use the today function to get the today's actual date. Now we can have how to change the, already discussed with the sheet tabs, how to change the color. Do the right click, here it is tab color, you can click on the tab color, and you can also click on the more color, whatever color you want you can choose it from here. Then you have to click it on OK button, and then you will see that the sheet 1 color is changed. So like this you can have the color in different sheet. You can also rename your sheet by clicking on the sheet tab, and you have the rename option. By rename option you can click on the rename, and it will ask you for the name. You can name the sheet anything as per your need. Try to keep the name so that you can remember what you have done in the sheet. It is always suggested to keep the name of the sheet whatever task is there in that sheet. If suppose there is the roll number in the sheet, then you can keep the sheet name roll number. If you have the your project inside your sheet, then you can give the sheet name as a project. It is very helpful in remembering when you will use it in future. Today when anybody makes the sheet, on that particular day, your mind is fresh, or you know that you are putting that name particular sheet, you have done what you have done in that sheet. But if you will use it on later on after some time, then you will forget what you have done in what sheet. And if you have more than 3 5 sheet, then it is very difficult to remember what is there inside the sheet. So it is advisable to keep the same name of the sheet which it contains, the data which it contains, keep the same name to that sheet, so that in future you can easily handle that. So like this you can have the sheet, rename of the sheet. Similarly you can also copy paste this sheet. What you have to do, you just do the right click on here, you have the move or copy option. You can click on the move or copy option and you can move it into the sheet whatever you where you want. The box is open, and move to the end, or in sheet 2 or in sheet 3. If you have done the sheet 2, then click on ok, or if you want to create a copy, then you have to click on checkbox this create a copy. Then it will not move this file, it will create the copy, and then you can click on ok. See at the bottom it is written abcd2 and abcd. In both the sheet the data is same. So like this you can move the sheet or you can copy the sheet. If you want to delete the sheet, do the same procedure, do the right click and you have the delete option, you can delete it, and you can delete it from the here only. Just simple steps are there. You have to do the right click and follow the instructions, whatever. See the context box, whatever is written there, you have to just click on that. Like I will show you, like in abcd, if you have to move, then just click on the move or copy abcd to the sheet 2, and don't click on create on copy, just click on copy, so it will move to the sheet 2. The right click, move or copy, and wherever you want you can click it to the sheet 3. Okay, and then it will be clicked to the sheet here. You can see here in the first is sheet 2, then abcd, then sheet 3. So wherever you want you can do it by right clicking. Move or copy, you can move it to the here, then okay, then it will end. So you can, if you want to turn the sheet 3, then you can click ok. Wherever you want it will change, or if you want to copy you can copy it. So it is up to the user how the user wants its data. This is all for your function. Thank you for watching.